Oh, why hello there. Welcome to Occultcattv, you guys. I'm your host, O'Shea. As well, you can call me Atanu or Cool Cat. So let's get down to business. Yesterday, I gave you guys a video that was how Ra is guided through the underworld by Set. So, today I'm actually going to give you a video on Hecate and who Hecate is as a goddess, because I actually haven't done this. Last night was the night of Hecate, or Hecate's night. So, I read that Hecate's night starts November 16th, the morning of, during the sunrise. And as I found this out, I found out that it's until the next morning at sunrise. So the past few days I've actually been sun gazing, and I chose to sun gaze with the goddess herself. I chose to sun gaze with Hecate, and as well Lucifer, you could say. But honestly, I want to talk a little bit about Hecate. So Hecate is a goddess of the underworld. Her being a goddess of the underworld, she's also goddess of the heavens, right? The celestial realm, the hell realm, and as well the earth. Because if we actually look at Hecate, she is who gave birth to Lucifer. That Hecate carried Lucifer in her womb. And when we look at the magic that flows through Lucifer, the magic is Heka, right? So in Egypt, Heka was the personification of magic. So if you wanted to use magic in any way, you would in some way have to be partnered with Hecate. And then being partnered with Hecate, you would start to understand and know magic as a whole and in totality. Because we look at these personifications as actual deities now. But it's in the same way that back in the day, the planet of Venus and Aphrodite were one and the same. They were the same being. But as archetypes started to evolve within our mind, within the mythology, these beings started to come back to life as humans, right? We gave the moon, or we gave Venus a personification. We gave the moon a personification. We gave the sun a personification. And the reason why we did this was because we started to humanize these aspects of reality. So, for shamans, just like witches, right? Shamans, we are people that connect with nature. I am a shaman. I've actually been in nature the past few days. This concrete jungle of a maze. I've been in nature a few days, this concrete jungle of a maze. What a beautiful poem. So, when Muggles, or when people didn't understand within the tribe how to connect to deities, what the shaman would do is personify it. So he would tell the tribe, okay, so if you want water, there's a water spirit. You have to commune with the water spirit, and then from communing with the water spirit, you will be able to find water. You will be able to get water. It's the same. By communing with the moon spirit, you will be able to learn the qualities of the moon. So what are the qualities of the moon, or of Hecate? It's just as similar to Thoth, also another god of the moon. Magic, divination, spell work, witchcraft, mediumship. Why are these associated with the moon? These are associated with the moon because the moon is emotions. Emotions flow like the ocean, right? where goddess Hecate is also a goddess of the ocean, a goddess of the Atlantean depths. To the Dogons, the Dogon tribe in Africa, they talked about how they learned magic, or they actually saw, like, in a sense, like almost pretty much like a spacecraft come float above the water, or come just float above the land. They dug out a hole, they put water down in the hole, and they called it the ocean. And then these beings went into the ocean and then came through the ocean onto land, and then started teaching the Dogons, right, this tribe, magic. So they literally say, in a sense, they were taught by fish people. They called them fish people because maybe they looked like fish, yes, but it's because they came out of the ocean. They came out of the water. So what is the moon associated with? Water. The changing of the tides. It's just like us. We are 80% water. 72% to 80% water. And that when the full moon is out, right? Because there's a full moon probably like about a week ago. And if you notice, like, life got very intense. Life got very chaotic for a lot of people. And it really shook us up. So this shows that the moon coincides or correlates with the water. It affects the water. It affects the tides. So during a full moon, the water will actually get a lot more rocky. We'll get a lot more wave-like. And it's the same with our mind. It's the same with our emotions. A lot more fluid, a lot more wave-like. And that when this is happening, this means that our mind is going through chaos or turmoil, you could say. But what we need to do as magicians and as shamans is tame that emotion under the full moon. And when we're able to tame our emotions, this means that we can channel this into spells, into spell casting. And when you choose to tame your emotions, you're able to have focus, and you're able to direct this magic, right? Direct this emotion. Because magic heavily correlates to our emotions and as well how we feel. So if we are feeling good, then that means we are reflecting that emotionally, and our whole body starts to feel good. I talk about this in manifestation. You must feel good in order to manifest, right? Neville Goddard talked about this. You must feel good, so you must use your emotions to empower your magic. And by using your emotions, by directing it with will and intention, you will get a more powerful outcome when it comes to magic, divination, and spell work. A lot of people talk about how they're not able to connect to deities. Well, the thing is, are you able to connect to your emotions? Do you feel your emotions? Do you feel that you're numb, right? For myself, I'm someone that's integrated with the dark matter, with the dark mother. So I'm someone that's as well integrated my emotions, and I allow them to flow as needed. Does this mean I get all emotional and chaotic and I cry all the time? No. But does that mean that it's okay to express these emotions? Yes. And that's what Hecate wants from you guys, is to express yourself, is to express your emotions. Because as a witch god, this is what she's here for. As queen of the witches, also queen of the hell realm. So why is she known as the queen of the witches? Because Hecate was the personification of magic that first came to us in order to help us to understand who we are through her resources. So her being a goddess in this way, being able to show us our emotions, those who worked with her learned from her. They were able to learn divination. They were able to learn witchcraft. Now, what is witchcraft at its core? Witchcraft is when we take magic into our own hands, when we take the powers and the energies of the universe into our own hands in order to excite or incite our own will. So if we do look at back in the day, why were the witches hunted? Why were they burned? Witches never killed other people. Yes, that might have been things like, you know, there might have been one-offs here and there. But when it came to the Crusades, this was the mass execution of witches. The same with the witch trials. Anybody that was perceived or seen as different, they slaughtered them, they murdered them. On my birthday, October 15th, in 1577, in Sweden, there was a witch trial. It was the Corsica witch trial. And Hecate really wants me to iterate why being a witch is so important. Why that when you say that you are a witch, in a sense, you do become a target. People will talk shit about you. People will try to manipulate or abuse you because they know that you are more powerful than them. So it's back in the day that these witches were executed. These witches were killed. They were burned at the stake. On my birthday, 72, just like the Goetia, 72 witches were beheaded, killed, burned at the stake. I remember when Hecate was first showing me this. She was showing me, do you realize now how important all of this is? To say that you are a witch, to take on this magic is not a frivolous act at all. To take on magic is to truly become your greatest version, because to even say that you are a witch back in the day means that you were targeted, right? Gang stalked. The thing is, it's never stopped. Witches are still burned at the stake, but now it's more of just a mindset, right? So she was showing me this. And when she was showing me this, there was a shaman that was merely burying his brother. They come up to him and they're like, you can't do that here. You can't do your magic. Why can't I do my magic? My brother just died. I'm trying to do a ritual for him to send him to the underworld in a peaceful manner. No, if you do that ritual, we will kill you too. Right? So he did the ritual anyway. He died. This was a shaman trying to bury his brother. Everybody that's like, ooh, I'm a witch. Ooh, love and light. Ooh. These are people that are fucking stupid because they don't understand. They don't understand the history of the witches, that we were burned at the stake. We were persecuted for what we loved. For merely praising and working with our gods, we were sentenced to death, to then now reincarnate, to be judged. Oh, you work with the devil? Oh, that's the devil, right? So with this message, I also want to say that it doesn't matter what people think of you. Don't give a fuck what people think. Don't give a fuck what people say. Because this is a real path at the end of the day. When you are going through the hell realms, when you are working with the Qliphoth, you can die. You can go insane. You can be targeted. In a sense, by me talking about this knowledge, I become a target. Maybe not this exact video, but the fact that I'm a liberator trying to get you out of hell. I'm someone here that is helping you to cross the abyss, where most won't even tell you that there is an abyss. I do this under the will of Hecate. I do this under Hecate's will because for myself, this is my bride. This is my wife. Everything that I do is under the will of Hecate because it is meant for myself. I take my path and my craft very serious. So, Hecate, how can she help you? So Hecate can guide you through the underworlds. She can help guide you to become your greatest version, whether it be in magic, witchcraft, ascension, sorcery, divination, spell work, mediumship. She's also known as Queen of the Dead or Queen of the Hell realms. So she can also, just like Satan or Set, she can also connect you to the dead. And then you can work with the dead through her. So why connect with the dead? The reason in which we connect with the dead is so that we can learn what they knew. When we think of necromancy, all necromancy is connecting with the dead holographic personas of those that have passed on or transitioned. For myself, my grandfather died transitioned about 5 months ago. I do not view death the same as everybody else. As a shaman, I understand that death is but a transition. And this is what Hecate as well can teach you. That death is an illusion. That yes, it is powerful. Santa Muerta is a personification of death. A Shinigami. Hecate, personification of death. A Shinigami. So, it's that when we understand death, we understand it for the illusion that it is. If you do death meditations with Shiva or Kali or Hecate, but for myself, I did death meditations with Shiva. It is once you obliterate all fears, you are able to step into knowing of who you are. Once you obliterate death, you obliterate all fears. At the end of the day, what are humans afraid of the most? Dying, death. So once you obliterate this feeling of death, you are able to step into a greater awareness of yourself and who you're meant to become. Right? So she is Queen of the Dead. She can help you to work with the dead. She can help you to work with the hell realms. She is who gave birth to the Watchers. So as Hecate gave birth to the Watchers, such as Lucifer, Azazel, Belial, Beelzebub. This is a symbolism of two things. She first gave birth to the Watchers in the sense that they were all created or shaped or cultivated in her womb. As Mark Allen Smith says in The Queen of Hell, Hecate is the first dragon of the void. And I definitely can vouch for this, because it is Hecate that led me to the dragons and helping me to understand draconian knowledge as a Atlantean witch god, a draconian goddess. When you see Lucifer, you see him as in his full totality in a draconian form. You see Belial in the same way, Asmodeus, Azazel even. So it is Hecate that went into the void to learn from the dragons, and that as she gained their wisdom, their insights, their understanding, she was able to apply this to her own life. We can look at a lot of these gods, a lot of these deities. Shiva, in a sense, was just a human or a being that elevated himself and ascended. It's the same with Hecate. She was just a Titan goddess. But the more that she chose to follow her path, the more that she learned. So this is where she became a guide along the way for us. Also what's known as a psychopomp, a guide through the underworld and the hell planes. So a lot of people don't understand that we are in hell. We are in the hell realms and the hell planes. So it is Hecate that guides us through hell, empowering us with knowledge, gnosis, and wisdom so that we can ascend through the hell realms. Hecate is the goddess who carried me in her womb in order for me to cross the abyss. And for this, I'm so grateful. Hecate turned me into a man. She turned me into a warrior, a witch, a powerful sorcerer and magician. Most of what I know, I learned from Lucifer and I learned from Hecate as well as Thoth. So, the last thing is that also Hecate is queen of the crossroads. So what is the symbolism of the crossroads? The symbolism of the crossroads is that when we are at the fork in the road, when we're at the crossroads, this is where we are choosing where next to go in our life. So for myself, I actually just went to the crossroads the past few days. I found a crossroads in when I was going up a mountain to do a ritual for the Atlantean trident. So as I'm walking through the crossroads, I'm imagining, I'm visualizing who I want to become, the reality in which I wish to create, building my empire, right? And that as I imagined this, I connected and communed with the Queen of Hell herself, Hecate, and I said, you know what? I don't know everything. So I put it into her hands. I put it into her fate, you could say, on guiding me on where I should go. And then from that, I'm shaping and cultivating my own destiny, my own true will. And it's where I choose to go. It's what I choose to do that I'm leaving my magnum opus behind. If you look at my channel, it's started to grow rapidly lately. I could give a fuck about the views. I could give a fuck about the subscribes. All I care about is getting this knowledge and wisdom out, because this is what Hecate wants. She wants me to liberate people. She wants me to be a leader. But in order for me to be a leader, I first had to lead myself. Do I come on here saying, oh, I want to lead people? No. I lead through doing. I lead through being. You can look at my channel and everything that I've done. I didn't know everything in the beginning, but I casted myself out into the universe. And I said, you know what, Hecate, I don't know everything. And I allowed her to come into my life and guide my hand and show me magic, show me witchcraft, show me divination, show me spell work, show me how to commune with the dead, right? How to transmute maybe a dead, like I remember walking by a dead crow. She told me to pick up the soul of the dead crow. We took it to the crossroads and we transmuted it. Hecate is there for the beginners and as well as the advanced adepts and initiates along the path of witchcraft, along the path of sorcery. So with this, I move forward, thanking you, Hecate. Thanking you for all that you've done and all that you've shown me. So I hope that this video has served her well. I can feel that she definitely likes it and she's glad that I made it. So I'm pretty much going to end on this note. You are who you're meant to become. You are the creator of your reality. It's not when you are being being a dust in the wind or a leaf just floating in the wind that you are creating your reality. No, but by taking it into your own hands and learning from these witch gods, learning from the Atlantean trident, whether it be Hecate, Lucifer, Belial, it inadvertently, Hecate gave birth to the infernal divine. So whatever infernal being you work with or whatever divine, whether it be Thoth, Horus, know that Hecate is magic. Hecate is the path itself. And that when we are working with Hecate, we are working with the original wellspring of magic. So she's not just a personification. She's not just an energy. She's not just magic itself. She's also a being in which we can work with, commune with, and talk to in order to become our greatest version, in order to follow our path at a faster rate, at a greater rate, so that we can become our greatest version. I would not be the man that I am today if Hecate didn't step into my life and say, I will guide you. I will lead you. I will show you how to create your own reality. And it is from that I got to Thamael. And I started to understand that I must build my own empire. I must create my own reality. But do I do this of my own ego? Do I know everything? No. None of us know everything. We're still in a human body at the end of the day, so our perception is limited. But I do have to say that when you work with Hecate, or the Atlantean Trident, or Lucifer, or these beings, that they will most definitely guide you in becoming your greatest version. And with that, guys, for myself, I am an emissary of the Atlantean Trident. I'm an emissary of Hecate, and I make this video under her will. I thank you, babe. I thank you, Goddess Hecate. I thank you for your love, your guidance, your wisdom, and all that you've shown me. So if you wish to work with Hecate, I recommend that you guys go do it. Have fun in doing it, because she will show you so much knowledge that you can apply and turn into wisdom. She will show you rituals. She will show you spells. She will help you to connect to the dead so that you can further yourself in whatever you do. So I make this video in dedication to Goddess Hecate, and then as well the dragons. I thank you, Hecate. And with that, guys, I hope you have a beautiful day. Peace. I'm out. This was Occultcattv. I'm your host, O'Shea. As well, you can call me Atanu or Cool Cat. Whatever you guys like, whatever you prefer. And with that love and abundance from me and Hecate, always follow the path, trust and know thyself, know who you are and know who you're meant to become, and embrace your magic. Stay meditating, stay educated, stay elevated, and most importantly, stay hydrated, you guys. Stay hydrated. That is very needed along this path. If you stay hydrated, it really helps with divination, because you need water flowing through you. Water is divination. With that, guys, namaste. I hope you have a beautiful day. Peace. I'm out.